What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our Kings related podcast, wherever you may be, and this post-game recap of yet another blowout loss by the Kings on this Thursday evening to the Philadelphia 76ers. Thank you as always for joining me for another edition of the show. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you give us a follow on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcast platform you prefer. And if you're watching on our Kings related YouTube channel, please hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. We are in the final weeks of this absolutely forgettable season. But yet, the Sacramento Kings find ways to set another franchise record during this blowout loss to the Philadelphia 76ers on this evening. And the Kings, they dropped this one 139 to 118 to Philadelphia at the G1C. Their second straight loss by 20 or more points. They just lost by 20 the other night against San Antonio, and losing by 20 points, that has been a theme for this absolutely dismal season, where in fact Sacramento has lost more games by 20 or more points this season than any other year in franchise history. They are now 18-53 on the season, and tonight's loss, it was their 18th loss by 20 plus points this season, passing the 17-win Kings team back in 2008, 2009 for the most losses during a single season since this team's early days as the Rochester Warriors. But, Sacramento, they are firmly in the mix for a extremely high lottery pick this June in the NBA draft. And entering tonight, they were tied with the Brooklyn Nets for the third worst record in the league, with a 14% chance of landing the top pick in this absolutely loaded draft this summer, and a 52.1% chance of landing in the top 4. And for Sacramento in this game, they came out slow, but they woke up in the second quarter, and then they got stuck on snooze control and neutral in the second half, where in the second half of this game, you had Philadelphia outscore Sacramento 68-56 in that second half. And Philadelphia didn't have the same inconsistency problems, and they ran all over the Kings in this in the second half. And in this game alone, the Philadelphia 76ers, they came into this game no Paul George, who's out because of a suspension, no Tyrese Maxey, and no Joel Embiid, and they still put up 139 points in your building. And it was rookie VJ Edgecombe for the Sixers who put up 38 points for Philadelphia in this game. But it wasn't all sour grapes for Sacramento. You had 45 points in the first quarter by Philadelphia, 26 in the second quarter. And I'm not good at math, but that's 71 points in the first half that you let Philadelphia put on the board. And then the third quarter, 36 points and 32 points in that fourth quarter. And the Philadelphia 76ers, 17 threes in this ball game. The Sacramento Kings did not do a good enough job at guarding the 3-point line. They really haven't done a good job all season long at guarding the 3-point line in this game at all. So, but it's not all sour grapes, as I mentioned, as Maxime Raynaud. The Kings have kept Max. They have kept him near the basket this season, and he has absolutely thrived in that role. And as he continues to develop, Raynaud will likely shoot more from the perimeter, and I would love to see him shoot more from the perimeter. And like he did in college down the road at Stanford, where he took 193 last year, Max was 3 of 4 from downtown on his way to another 30-point performance tonight against Philly. 30 points and 4 rebounds for Maxime Raynaud tonight against the Philadelphia 76ers. Absolutely incredible, the development that we're seeing from Max. And when most rookies kind of slow down as we get to the end of a 82-game season, it seems like Max is just picking it up here, because on the heels of his career night 32-point performance against San Antonio, he nearly replicated that performance tonight against Philadelphia. He was 11 of 17 shooting from the field, 4 rebounds, and again, 36 minutes, becoming the first Sacramento Kings rookie to score 30-plus points in consecutive games since Walt Williams. And Max's 62 points over these last 2 games are the most by a Kings rookie since Williams scored 65 way back in 1993. It's been an overall forgettable year for the Kings as a team, but Max continues to look like an awesome steal as that pick from the NBA draft last summer. And today, Max, he moved into the top 4 of the NBA's rookie ladder this week, and is looking like a real, absolute candidate to make one of the NBA's 2 all-rookie teams, either the first team or the second team. And another point on Max's 30-point games, like, he is the first Kings rookie, as I mentioned, to score 30 in consecutive games. The other players to do that, you had Lionel Simmons in 91, Walt Williams in 93, and then Maxime Raynaud did it in these last 2 games. Two-way guard Daquan Plowden scored a career high in this game. 20 points, 7 of 13 from the field, 4 of 8 from downtown, and a little bit over 31 minutes in this game. And Plowden, he has scored in double figures in 7 straight games. And I'm a little more intrigued by Plowden as we end this season for the Sacramento Kings. And DeMar DeRozan, quiet first half of the game, but he caught fire in the second half when he went scoreless in 11 minutes. But that third quarter opened up, and he went to work against this Philadelphia team, scoring all 13 of his points in that 12 minutes coming out of halftime. He also added 5 assists in this Kings loss. Precious Achiuwa, who came into tonight averaging 9.2 points and a little over 6.3 rebounds tonight. 12 points, 7 rebounds in this game. And Achiuwa has started 47 games for Sacramento this season, and he wasn't signed until November 4th of this season, which is more than Domantas Sabonis and Keegan Murray has played combined this season. And with what are we sitting at right now after tonight? 11 games isn't easy, but like Dylan Cardwell, who was sitting out 11 games after the All-Star break because of the ankle injury. I know that wasn't easy for him to do, but for a player like Cardwell, who relies on the timing for blocking shots and grabbing rebounds after missed buckets, this is his 4th game back since his injury, and I thought he looked even better in this game. He wasn't perfect, folks. No, he wasn't, but he did score 9 points. He grabbed 13 rebounds in this game. And Malik Monk, who left the game early because of a shoulder injury, he did return tonight after missing 4 straight games with an ankle injury. I thought he looked okay when he was in there. 4 points, dishing out 5 assists in this game. But he did go to the locker room in the second half with the shoulder injury, and he was ruled out for the remainder of this game. And the Sacramento Kings, they got a little good news tonight because the Utah Jazz, they won. Surprisingly that Utah won. But up next for the Sacramento Kings, couple days off, and they got a matinee game on Sunday against the Brooklyn Nets. And that is a game that you probably don't want to win, because the Sacramento Kings, they will conclude this 3-game homestand on Sunday afternoon when they face Brooklyn in a game that has NBA draft lottery implications on the line. I'm taking a guess here. The Kings might win that game, but it is in their best interest not to win, because that game could be the deciding factor if the Kings get a high lottery pick come the NBA draft this summer. So we'll be back for another post-game recap following that game on Sunday after the Kings and Nets game. If you enjoy this podcast, make sure you give us a follow on Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you prefer. We are a video podcast on Spotify and YouTube, so by all means, please catch the video feed. That will be much appreciated. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. But until next time, thank you as always for joining me on the Kings related podcast. We will see you Sunday following the Nets and the Kings for another post-game recap. And as always, go Kings.